The COVID-19 situation has really affected everyone, but it's been particularly tough on our business community. Now, if you're an English-speaking business owner in the Coaticook region of Quebec and haven't been eligible for financial assistance under the various federal emergency programs up until now, I've got some good news for you. Hi there, my name is Ed Humphrey and welcome to a new episode of About Townshippers. And in this web series, we explore the organizations and the individuals that really make a difference as they work with and for the English-speaking communities of the beautiful eastern townships of Quebec. And today, I sit down with Serge Gosselin and Wahib Bendhiab from the Coaticook SADC, and we talk about the Regional Relief and Recovery Fund, which is a new emergency assistance program aimed at businesses in the Coaticook MRC. So let's jump right in. Well, Serge Gosselin and Wahib Bendhiab, thank you very much for accepting my invitation today.
It's a pleasure.
Now, if we take into consideration the important role that the SADC plays in the economic development structure of the Coaticook area and the important role that the institution plays and the different services they offer to the entrepreneurial sector, I'm pretty sure you guys are keeping a keen eye on the economic consequences of the pandemic. Now, we know that there's been several different funding possibilities or emergency funding possibilities for different entrepreneurs. But over and above the emergency relief funding that's been available from the federal government up till now, if I understand correctly, there's a new aid plan, which is called the Regional Relief and Recovery Fund that was recently announced. And it's about $211 million for the all of Quebec. Now, how much of that money is reserved for the region of Coaticook, Mr. Gosselin?
Okay, as you mentioned, we received from the federal government $211 million, okay, for the province of the Quebec. And this fund is under the responsibility of the réseau des SADC et CAE du Québec. But here in the region of Coaticook, we receive for our SADC $1,059,701, okay? And this money, this amount is for business having their head office in the region covered by the SADC.
Is there any special rules or what's this? What are the mechanics of the funding?
Okay, the Regional Relief and Recovery Fund has two different aspects. First one is a financial aid, reimbursable loan between $5,000 and $40,000 for working capital. Okay, and there is another aid which we call technical aid. It's a financial aid, non-reimbursable, such as a specialized expertise in primary areas, for example, adaptation to health measure, development of a financial continuity plan to prepare the future, and adaptation to technologies for e-business. For both aids, applicants have to fill and send back the online form that we can find on the SADC website.
Okay, so we'll be providing all the contact information throughout the interview and also at the end of the interview.
Okay.
Now, what is the role of the SADC in all of this?
Okay, when we receive all the documentation and the application, we're gonna analyze these information.
Wahib, are there any special rules for those who are or are not eligible for this funding?
The RRRF is aimed at companies in regions covered by SADC, like said Serge. It's aimed at companies who have not received other federal programs in connection with COVID-19. It's for companies like retail stores, social economy enterprise, agro and fishing industry. It's companies with a turnover of less than 250,000 in all sectors. It's aimed to self-employed too. That's it.
Okay. Now you didn't mention restaurants. Now I know that there's a lot of restaurants and fast food facilities that haven't been able to access any of the other funding. Do they fall into that category?
Yeah, we can if they have not received other federal programs. Yes.
Okay. And so, say for example, I'm eligible for the funding, the Regional Relief and Recovery Fund, better known as the RRRF. We like the acronyms here in Quebec.
It's hard to pronounce.
That's why I said it very slowly. What can I use the money for if I need it?
It's for working capital requirement. It's a maximum for $40,000. And the need of assistance must relate only to immediate financial pressure on liquidity, and must be a consequences of COVID-19. We cannot use that money to buy some equipment. We need to use that money only for as a working capital.
And are there, of course, I know, Mr. Gosselin, we talked a bit about the parameters of the funding. So now, if I'm not mistaken, the funding was announced about 2 weeks ago. There's a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, there's a press conference. So actually, there's two questions. How long is the funding available? And when is the deadline for applying?
Okay, I would say there is 2 dates to remember. Loans have to be given before July 15, 2020. So please hurry up, okay? Because we have a small time to sorry, we have a small time, and there is need to be held as to be related to a maximum of 6 month period included from April 1st up to December 31st. Okay, there is the need has to be for 6 months that are included in those dates, April the 1st and December 31st.
Okay. There's a certain part of the funding that doesn't have to be refunded.
Yes.
Can one of you elaborate on that? Maybe why?
Yes. Well, okay. This loan has a 25% non-reimbursable if the loan is completely reimbursed before December 31st, 2022. So let's say there is a loan of 40,000, okay, and everything is the company is able to reimburse before December 31st, 2022. They will have to reimburse only 30,000.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so it's a 25% non-reimbursable if it's completely reimbursed by December 31st of 2022. So they have 2 years, a little bit more than 2 years to reimburse.
And I think that's something that the other relief funding has in common, right? I mean,
yes, it's exactly that.
Okay,
yeah.
I understand. Okay, and Wahib, what is the best way for someone to find out about this funding? Now, I realize that we don't have a lot of time. The deadline is Serge. The deadline is the 15th of
July 15th.
Okay, so Wahib, what would you suggest to someone that wants to find out about the funding?
So they can call me, call us at GS SADC, and we can give them some information, and they can see on our website. We have a new page for that program, and they can find all the information they want.
Let's say you go on our website, the very first thing you're going to see is a white page, and there is a place for French and English to go for that new fund, okay? So you click on that little dot there, and they're going to send you exactly on the information, and you have a chance to fill the form directly there, and it's really easy to send us all the paper.
Okay. So maybe if we recap very quickly, there's for eligible companies or business owners, it ranges from $5,000 to $40,000. If it's all reimbursed in the respected time span, they only have to reimburse 75% of the amount of the emergency funding. There are parameters as to what they can use it for. And the due date is July 15th. So I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of English-speaking entrepreneurs that are going to be very happy to hear about this this relief funding, because I mean, as you know, I mean, it's a difficult time for everybody right now.
Yeah, I would say I would add something else. You said business, but there is non-profit organizations that are able also to receive aids. Okay, non-profit organization. If they didn't receive any help from the government, they are able to ask, we'll analyze, and we'll tell them if they are able or not to receive aid.
I'm really, really glad that you mentioned that. That's really, really important. And the other thing that you mentioned is that to be eligible, one of the main things that contributes to eligibility is not having benefited from any other federal programs.
Yes. There is one exception, I think. It's if they have received help for salary there, the 75,000. I think, is it okay, Wahib?
Yeah, yes.
They are able, even though they receive something there. But if they receive already the 40,000 that you just mentioned, they are not able to have another 40,000.
Okay. But we cannot compensate for the 25% of the aid.
Okay.
Okay, I understand. Those are really, really important points. Okay. Well, Wahib Bendhiab, you are business advisor and financial analyst at the SADC, better known in English as the Community Futures Development Corporation for the region of Coaticook. And Mr. Serge Gosselin, you are chair and vice chair at the organization, and you've been very generous with your time today. And so I'd like to thank you. And I'm going to put up all the information. I'll put up the website, which I understand is really the best source of information and contact information. And so I'm pretty sure that the English-speaking entrepreneurs in the Coaticook region are going to be really happy to hear about this. And any closing comments from
Yes,
from
I would say if you want to get in touch with somebody from the SADC, you can reach Miss Marina Ouaddara-Ogo at 819-849-3053 extension 128. Okay, she's going to be able to give you information about this new program.
Okay,
so
great.
Don't be afraid to call and consult our website.
And you guys offer a lot of services supporting economic development projects in the Coaticook region, and lots of services supporting entrepreneurs. So hopefully we'll be able to do another interview in the coming weeks and go over a bit more about talk a bit more about your mandate and everything that you guys do. Wahib, any closing comments?
I mean, it was a pleasure to be with you now, and I hope some people will hear about that new program and will call us.
Great.
Okay. At the end, I would like to say we've been there for more than 25 years now, but people, they don't know much about the SADC because there is quite a confusion. There is the SADC, which we are called Société d'aide au développement de la collectivité. And there is another SADC in the government, which is Société d'assurance dépôt du Canada. So make sure not to, but if you send somebody to the Société d'assurance dépôt, you will not be able to receive any aids from them.
Okay, well, that's good to know. And I'll make sure that I put up the proper, the proper coordinates so that people go to the right place.
Okay.
And well, you guys have been really kind to accept my invitation, and keep up the good work, because there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there that are going to need this help. And look forward to talking to you or other members of your team in the coming weeks or the coming months.
It's going to be a pleasure for us to serve you.
Have a great day.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The Regional Relief and Recovery Fund, a federal emergency assistance program that may be just what your company is looking for right now. If your business has its headquarters in the Coaticook MRC and you need some help facing the financial challenges caused by COVID-19, please contact the Coaticook SADC for more information on the program. And really, the best place to start is on their website. That's where you'll find everything you need to get started, including contact names and numbers if you have more questions. And don't forget, the program deadline or the application deadline is on July 15th, 2020. My name is Ed Humphrey. Thank you very much for being here today, and we'll see you next time for a new episode of About Townshippers. Take care.